guys, welcome back to another video of mine. Today we are going to discuss another important topic from genetics, that is Hardy-Weinberg law. The Hardy-Weinberg law. Hardy and Weinberg are the name of the two scientists who independently described a mathematical relationship between allelic and genotypic frequencies. This relationship, now called the Hardy-Weinberg principle, allows us to predict the population's genotypic frequency from its allelic frequency and vice versa. Practically, no population can follow the Hardy-Weinberg law, and if it does, then the population is said to be in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Okay, on the basis of this law, the scientists derived an equation to calculate the allelic and genotypic frequency, and the equation is as follows: p square plus 2pq plus q square equals to 1. 1 here describes constant. Now let's see what is p and what is q. Let's discuss for a case if we are talking about a gene, okay, gene A. So p here is the probability of dominant allele capital A occurring in a population. Q is the probability of recessive allele small a occurring in the population. Hence, the probability of producing offspring as homozygote A is P into P, because if A would be occurring single time, then it would be P. If it is occurring two times, because when we are talking about a genotype, this is a gene. For a genotype, we need to see capital A, capital A. Okay, so P into P is equals to P square. Homozygote small a, that is Q into Q square. And heterozygote, most important case, that is capital A, small a, P into Q, PQ. Now you might be thinking that here we have written PQ single time, and in the equation we have written 2PQ. Let's see how. When we when we derive the second generation offspring, then we undergo the selfing of capital A, small a and capital A, small a. So here we'll see the case: capital A, small a, capital A, small a, capital A, capital A, capital A, small a, capital A, small a, small a, small a. So here you can see this is occurring once, this is occurring twice. Here the heterozygote is occurring two times. In this case, capital A once is coming from father, and in other case it is coming from mother. Same from the A, here it is coming from the mother, and here it is coming from the father, right? Hope you might have understood. Now let's see, I've written it in the statement form also. Generally, we take 2PQ because in a heterozygotic condition, there can be two cases. First, where capital A is received from father and small a is received from mother, right? And vice versa, where capital A, that is P, is received from mother and small a, that is Q, is received from father. So if we take the sum of the above probabilities, in total sum we get P square, that is AA, plus 2PQ, that is capital A, small a. Here I forgot to write small a, sorry, Q square equals to 1. 1 here I told you it shows the constant, that if in case p square increases, then q square decreases, which shows that they are constant. This shows the Hardy-Weinberg equation. Also, if we take the probability of a and small a individually, then it will also be equal to 1. Their sum will be equal to 1. In both cases, allelic and genotypic frequencies, the sum of probabilities remain constant. That is 1. This statement is, I hope it would be clearly understood by this equation. Now let's move to the next point. And the population following the equation is termed to be in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. The Hardy-Weinberg principle is applicable only in the presence of some conditions. The conditions are as follows. Random meeting. Why random meeting? Because if non-random meeting. What is non-random meeting? Non-random means that a particular trait, say for example, a person with red hair is crossed with a person with black hair. So here we can see only two types. So it will lead to the fixation of alleles, right? Allele fixation, allele fixation, right? So which may lead to the disturbance in the allelic and genotypic frequencies, and the equation is thus disturbed. No natural selection, because also in natural selection what we have seen, that the most favored survival of the fittest occurs, and only one of the type which is able to survive the harsh conditions is able to live. Thus it will also lead to the fixation of alleles. No mutation. If a population undergoes mutation, then it leads to changes, then again disturbance in the allelic and genotypic frequencies occurs, right? No migration. If a certain individual, if individuals with a say for example, more there are 100 of people living in a population, and from this the people carrying A are 30, and out of which 25 migrated, then it will lead to the disturbance of this allelic frequency, right? So migration can disturb the equation. Large population size. Why large population size? Because large population size small population size is more prone to undergo mutation, genetic drift, right? Gene flow, and etc. etc., which may cause the disturbance in the allelic or genotypic frequency. Hope it would be clear till here. So next move to the graphical representation of the same. So now let's see. Here I have written 0 to 1 on the x-axis also, and also on the y-axis. Right? Now let's see. Here I have written, first I have written the probability of A. As we can see, as we move from left to right, the probability of A is increasing, and as we move from left to right, the probability of small a is decreasing. This shows an inverse relationship between the allelic frequencies of the different alleles, which shows that if one increases, the other decreases. Thus, their sum is constant. I told you P plus Q equals to 1, which is constant. If this increases, this can decrease, and vice versa. Now, let's see. From here, we can see it is 0. Thus, it is beginning 0. It keeps on increasing, increasing till the end of here. It reaches to 1, right? Oh, sorry, 1, and here it will be 0. It reaches to 1. So, it is the probability of, frequency of capital A, capital A. That is, P square, P square. P square, right? And from here, on the other hand, we see that the probability of small a here is 0, right? So it keeps on increasing, 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 and thus it reaches 1. 1 here it reaches, and it is at the maximum peak. So this is frequency of, and at their point of intersection, somewhat here, the frequency of 2PQ is maximum, that is AA is maximum. So it the frequency first increases, then it decreases. So the graphical representation is just for the clearance of the topic. It is not that much important. If you wish to understand it, it's up to you. And if it is not so important, it's up to you. It's just for the understanding purpose. That as there's an inverse relationship between both the allelic frequencies, and at their point of intersection, the maximum frequency of capital A small a occurs. I hope the topic is clear to you. If you have any doubt, then please drop down in the comment section. Uh, and if you want to solve the numericals also of the same topic, then please drop down in the comment section. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.